on the DNVR pregame show for Colorado versus Utah. We're back. It's been 2 years, but we're back. We need to get revenge on these Utes. We're going to have Coach Shaw Davis and Coach Michael Pollock joining us, prime players, all that and much more. You know the drill. Let's go. Bob Nation.
You Cougars.
Squad. Hell yeah. Welcome in to the DNVR pregame show. Yes, we are playing the Utes. Colorado versus Utah. This weekend, we are back in action. We are presented by our friends at Coors Light and Game Time. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR and take the guesswork out of buying your Buffs tickets with Game Time. Download the app, use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase.
I'm loving the track in the background.
I was just going to say, it's kind of
I'm loving
it right now.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, what is up?
Oh, man, a freestyle is about to be up.
Go ahead, Unc. You got the mic.
No. I rap for pay. No freestyle over here.
For real.
Fair enough.
Hey, the vibes are high right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Me too. Yep.
We are in Salt Lake City.
Salter Lake City?
That is exactly right,
love
Jakey.
that. Salter Lake City.
Who came up with that?
I don't know, actually.
A genius, I bet.
Shout out Alyssa.
What?
Let's go, Alyssa.
A genius,
love
though,
it.
for sure. Yeah, it's a Salter Lake City, man. We're out here in Utah, man.
At the team hotel.
At the team
Yes, sir.
hotel. About
right
to be-
off the lobby. Great spot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is great. What's up, Snelly?
I got eyes on the great John
Snelly is
Snelson.
walking by.
Fresh as hell. How you feeling, Unc?
Yeah.
Feeling good, man. It was, a great week. Kind of a shorter week for me. I had an extended bye, but talked to some of the coaches about the practices that I didn't see, and then the practices that I did. I'm putting the intensity, attention to detail, and physicality right up there with the practices that we had leading into Iowa State, where Coach Prime just called for, like, you know what? This whizzing by stuff ain't working for us. We got to hit practice.
Physical.
So it translates to the game. And we were in past Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a physical game. We were talking in our kind of like scouting preview yesterday, and I was saying, like, there might be 80 total rushing attempts in this game. Like, both these teams are going to run the hell out of the football.
Yeah.
Especially if Utah, their situation with their quarterback right now, we'll see what happens. But, I mean, both these teams are going to try and run the ball. It's going to be a very physical game.
Jake,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was going to ask you a question. I was going to ask it to you. Jake just mentioned it there about Utah's quarterback situation, right? Obviously, there's some uncertainty about who they're going to start. Their starters listed as questionable. We don't think we're going to see him. I think we might see the true freshman. What's your kind of read on how the team, the defense in particular, has kind of gone about the preparation for Utah this week? Like I said, with some uncertainty at that spot.
It's really business as usual.
Yeah.
I think Coach Prime touched on it during the presser.
He did.
That you don't just reshape the entire practice and focus because of the injury report.
Yeah.
Particularly when you have a living document injury report. They somehow seem to change as the days and weeks go by. So you prepare like you're going to prepare. And preparing to tackle in space really has nothing to do with the personnel.
Yeah.
Let's want to, desire, technique, and all those things. So I think what you saw the linebackers working on this week with the running backs, it's just some straight-up open field tackling that we got to get better at. So whichever quarterback is back there, that part of preparation doesn't change.
I think open field tackling is going to be a big factor in this game for both sides of the ball. We talked about it this week. I think Utah, honestly, defensively struggles a little bit.
They do.
Particularly, tracking down opposing quarterbacks. I had the stat earlier this week. Utah has allowed opposing quarterbacks to run for at least 60 yards in 4 straight games.
Wow.
And I think that bodes well, particularly for, our guy Kaden Salter out here in Salter Lake City. Him being able to use his legs and hopefully design quarterback runs, but certainly in some scramble situations to extend plays, extend drives. That's something I'm going to be looking for. How was Big K Salt looked in practice this week to you, on?
I'm not a knock on wood kind of guy because I don't operate in that superstition realm, but I will tell you this, man, that brother's looked good all week. Like, I think this has been the best week of practice that he's had since he's been QB1. No interceptions, did well with the run of the red zone offense. He command everything. And I think not only does that just speak to what his individual talent level is, right? And why he was brought here, I think it also speaks to him turning that corner somewhere after Houston, before Iowa State, that, man, one of the greatest guys that's ever played football believes in me. Why don't I believe in me to the same level?
Hell yeah.
And I think that confidence that Coach Prime has told him, hey, you're our guy.
Yeah.
Like, don't look over your shoulder. Don't worry about this. Like, you're our guy. His game has elevated since then.
Absolutely.
Love that, man. So going back to the Utah quarterback situation, for whatever it's worth, the line has not moved. It's still at 13.5.
My gosh.
Which does not make any sense to me. We've already talked about that this week, but I didn't see the injury report last night. Where was Dampier on that?
Still questionable.
Still questionable?
Yeah, we'll get another one in about an hour and a half or so, the final one before game day, obviously, and we'll see if there's any changes there. But I'm expecting Dampier to be questionable again on that one. But Kyle Whittingham, Utah's coach, earlier this week, he did say that they hope to have certainty on that quarterback spot by Friday.
Yes, that's true. Yep.
So maybe there is some news that comes out, tonight, maybe while we're live still.
Yeah.
I just, Vegas is Vegas. God bless them. I rock with them. I love them.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the level of Chauncey and some other guys, but I do F with them the long way. When I look at what happened here, 2 years ago, right, and we're in that game, right, with backup quarterbacks, shooter didn't play, and I look at what we did on our home field against them, that 13 points just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yes.
When you look at what we accomplished, against a ranked opponent at home against Iowa, it's attractive to me.
Very much so.
It's attractive.
Very much so.
I mean, look, it was a very close game, like you said last time out here. They've got issues, and if Dampier can't go, I almost don't even know why he would even play this game.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if he's not mobile, what's the point?
Yeah,
I mean, I honestly think Bird Ficklin right now is probably a little bit better passer. He's at least going to push the ball downfield a little bit more than Devin Dampier. So the other thing, I mean, you mentioned late injury report because this game is late. I think this is the first time we've played 8:15 on the road.
I think you're right.
Because Houston was not 8:15, correct?
No, that was like a
6.
No, yeah, 6. Yeah, I think you're right. Because even in that first year or the second year, when we traveled further west, it was daylight.
Yeah, and the UCLA game was an evening game, and I don't think it was an 8:15er though.
Yeah, no.
So,
it got dark. It kicked off with daylight.
Yeah.
Oregon was daylight, so.
Right. Or maybe Wazoo, actually. We didn't go to that game.
Yeah, we didn't.
That was definitely
from the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
night and raining.
Yes, that was just a terrible night. But
and the team, including the head coach, was sick. Everybody had a cold.
But the point is, I mean, obviously the 8:15 games, I mean, people hate staying up late, but the Buffs have kind of delivered some just thrilling games in those spots. How do you think the team is kind of embracing this later game on the road this time, though?
I think it's a mindset to it, and I love what Coach Prime did. Now it seems like eons ago, but it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago when we were getting this stretch of back-to-back night games, is adjusting the practice schedule during the week so that becomes the new normal. And I think everybody's, kind of, lack of a better term, biological clock has reset that we're now used to doing things after 6 p.m. that you were accustomed doing around noon, whether that was a practice or not. And as Coach said during those pressers, man, he's not making any excuses. The other team is playing at night too.
Yeah.
But you got to do some things to get your body prepared for it and adjusted for it, particularly with travel. One thing I will say about coming here, I didn't recall it the first time out here 2 years ago. Under an hour flight.
Yeah.
Very, very quick flight.
Yeah.
Up and down.
We're here. You got a full day to be off your feet, going through walkthroughs and that kind of thing at the hotel. So that should not have any impact like it does, say, typically at home when you're kicking off at 8:30.
Right.
I think one thing that really impresses me about Coach Prime, particularly this season, over the last, let's call it a month or so, is how he's adjusted kind of on the fly, particularly throughout the week with practice. Earlier in the year, there was clearly an issue with playing late at night. So Coach Prime said, all right, we're going to practice at night now. Mm-hmm. Earlier in the year, there was issues finishing games. So Coach Prime said, all right.
What's up, man?
Good to see you. This team had problems finishing games.
Yeah.
So he goes, all right, I'm going to break down practice first quarter, second quarter, so all y'all know when it's crunch time, this is what we got to do. And, obviously, here now with this kind of situation. And
he's so meticulous and detailed with it. I'll give you some behind-the-scenes stuff that he's done as well. And I know Coach Pollock, because he was going to join us shortly, and he can speak to it. He went away from putting on the screen just grades as in numbers and put up video clips. So you could see the play that got you the bad grade or the good grade. And that has made a tremendous difference. And he also tracks things like the number of plays that guys might do before he goes off the rails. And you'll hear him on the headset, and he's like, all right, he's been out there 3 snaps. Y'all know what happens the 4th time. He starts doing his own thing. Get him out now. And he's just genius. Observant like that and knows that particular guy, you got 2 or 3 downs with him, then he's going to freelance, so don't let him get to that point. So all those things, or why the Iowa State game went the way it went, and you're looking for that same chemistry and operations to take you into Utah as well.
Totally. I mean, that makes sense because we don't talk about this at all in college football. It's such a short season, the 12 games, and you don't have very much time to really prepare for that in terms of, you get 15 practices in spring, you get 15 in fall camp. The coaches can't help in the summer, that type of stuff. And how teams really do in college football, every week is almost a team can be week to week type, but these teams are growing week to week because the season and just how everything works out. So, Colorado, where they stand right now, I mean, they can make a statement and they can really reinsert themselves back in the Big 12 race with a win tomorrow.
Yeah, and we've had conversations leading up to this game as the wheels were wobbling in September and October about these must-win kind of games. Well, here's where you are now, guys. You got 3 wins, right? Mm-hmm. And you got 5 games left. You need 6 to be bowl eligible.
Yep.
That mathematically dictates you have to win one of these road games. Like if you win your 2 games at home against Arizona State, that's 5. One of these road games gets you 6. Why wait?
Yep.
Why wait and put yourself in a situation where the final game, is that must win? Take care of business on the road with this one. Now you can play these next ones with your ears pinned back and just balls to the wall because you got the one road win you need secured. We're in the NBA season, long way for the playoffs, but they tell you then the series doesn't start till you win one on the road.
Right. Exactly.
We got to win one on the road.
Yep.
And it's an excellent opportunity to do so. Like you said, you hop on an hour flight, you're not too far from the crib. You know what I'm saying? You've been here. A lot of these guys have, played here before. You've seen this team in particular, although a different iteration of it, 3 years in a row now. I'm sure the coaching staffs are a bit more familiar with each other than maybe other Big 12 programs as well. So, like I said, this is a golden opportunity, especially if Utah has some quarterback uncertainty. They're coming off, we talked about it this week, they're coming off an emotionally charged rivalry game. They put so much into emotionally, physically. Colorado played Utah last year, coming off their Holy War game against BYU, and obviously we know how that went. We can't obviously expect the same thing because of the circumstances are similar, but like I said, that game takes a lot out of you. And to turn around and have another game that's going to be physical, because this Colorado team on both sides of the ball has shown that it can be physical, particularly up front offensively. It's going to be a challenge for Utah, and like I said, a great opportunity to get your first road win of the season, win back-to-back games for the first time this season. There's a lot at stake.
Totally. Let's take our first break, and then we'll get Coach Pollock on and shout out our
Coach
friends
P.
over at Bet365, man. It's Sport Equinox on Monday, right?
I believe that's right.
I can't remember. It's coming up soon, though.
Yeah.
Google that. It's just the time to get on Bet365. Obviously, we're watching World Series Game 1 right now. Of course, we got a full slate of college football tomorrow, NFL, and the NBA is back. Also, their early money line payout. If your team goes up 17 points or more, no matter if the other team comes back and wins, you are a winner with Bet365. So now new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code DNVR365, deposit $10, and place a bet of $5 to get $200 in bonus bets again if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on anything, the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Shout out to the squad, our good friends over at Taco Bell, man. And shout out to that new crispy chicken, which is back at Taco Bell. And this time, man, it's bringing the heat, man. This is some premium all-white meat marinated chicken. It's seasoned with bold Mexican spices, tossed in the crunchy tortilla chip coating. It's just the most unique crispy chicken out there. And you can get these chicken strips in a taco, in a burrito, or even a la carte with Taco Bell's signature dipping sauces. And for a limited time, I don't know if you knew this long, but if you did, nothing to put you on. Taco Bell is partnering with Frank's Red Hot and bringing you a red hot creamy buffalo sauce, which pairs
did not know that.
perfectly in your taco, your burrito, or for your dipping, your a la carte strips. So if you got a group, throw in a few buffs box with 4 Taco Bell Classics and a player collectible cup for only $7 to satisfy your Taco Bell crave. It's the best deal in all of Colorado. Taco Bell is a proud partner of CU Athletics and is donating $1,000 to the Golden Buffalo Scholarship Foundation for every CU touchdown scored in 2025. And I have a feeling we'll be seeing a few of those tomorrow night. Liv Moss at Taco Bell, and shout out to the squad over at TB.
I want to give a shout out to the Funky Dope producer who made sure that Scotty had the Taco Bell ad read, because if my name was going to be mentioned with chicken, I'm glad the black guy did it and not. So thanks for that.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Could have gone a whole different direction if Jake was like, "Hey, Neely, you know about that chicken, don't you?"
No, Jake, I know.
Wow. So
Coach.
Colorado people don't understand that. They don't get that joke.
Google it. Coach Michael Pollock, special teams coordinator, is joining the DNVR pregame show. Coach, welcome to the broadcast, man. You are a fan favorite. We love having you on as well.
Hey, as always, I'm glad to be here, man. Anytime I'm on, it's almost game time. So it's exciting.
Coach, talk to us about not just special teams, but just the preparation for this game. You know, had a bye week, so had some extra days to get ready for it. And one thing we know about Coach Prime, you know surely about him, you give him extra time, he's going to use it.
Well, definitely so. We had a good off week, or bye week, I should say. You know, people say off week, but it's not off. It's all for the fans. But, we had a great week of trying to develop some depth in some areas because, you know, we were got an opportunity to get some guys healthy and let them kind of sit out a little bit and heal up, and that way you can work on the backups, and it's been a good thing for them. And then this week has been real physical, really physical at practice. And, Coach Prime put a big emphasis on the physicality it's going to take to win this football game. And I tell you what, it's been a fun week because anytime you're going live and tackling to the ground and it's more game-like, that's always more exciting than the full speed bud or the whiz by and everything like that a lot of teams have to do for preparation. But yeah, we've had a great week of preparation. It's been fun, and we're just excited to be getting back on the field tomorrow night.
And that physicality that you spoke about was something Coach Prime put in the week before Iowa State. He says, they need to be more physical all the way to Thursday. You've seen that this week. You've even seen the coaches get a little chippy out there. Coach Hart. Yeah. they've been
Coach
going
Hart and J-Mac, Rashad got into it a little bit. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Mix it up. Coach, you mentioned that a lot of people think that the bye week is like an off week. Right. What does the bye week really consist of for you guys as coaches? I know some of you guys are on the road recruiting, and obviously some of you guys stay around and put in the preparation for the next week. What does that kind of look like for you and the staff during the bye week?
Well, there is a lot of recruiting that goes on for some of the coaches, but there's also getting a jump start on your next opponent, get an extra week preparation for them, but also do some self-reflection, self-evaluation. What do our opponents know about us? Gives us a chance to check out our tendencies, which we do that every week, and all. But it really gives you a chance to study yourself and just do some self-reflection and try to come up with some things that you can do to take advantage of maybe some of the tendencies that your opponent has on you.
Is there a real advantage? I'm sorry, Jake. Is there a real advantage to having 2 weeks to prepare for opponent, especially while they're playing a game? In BYU's case, they're thinking, or Utah's case, they're thinking about BYU last week while you guys have eyes on Utah. Have you noticed the real advantage and you have that extra time to prepare for a single opponent?
I think in terms of healing up from injuries, if you've got some injury issues, it can be good.
Yeah.
But like if you're playing really well and and you kind of got some momentum, you kind of hate to see it come.
Sure.
I mean, from an injury standpoint, we needed the week off. We played 7 games in a row plus count. But from the standpoint of having a big win against Iowa State, it'd have been nice to come right back next Saturday and play another opponent. But I think we needed the week off to heal up and get ourselves ready for this run we're about to go on.
Definitely.
If I could go back to the self-scouting, just what did you learn about this football team, with that extra time? Is there anything that really popped out that you could share with us or would be willing to share with us?
Oh, we want some secrets over here, man. Well, let's just say that we have a good understanding of our tendencies now, and that we're doing some things to change that.
Love that.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
That's Coach Talk 101 there, folks.
I'll take that.
Yes, sir.
Translation: who they're preparing for is who they're not going to see. They're not going to see them.
Right.
I love that.
We talked to Quentin this week, and in addition to him saying that he believes he's the fastest player on the team, although that's disputed a little bit by Cam Michael and maybe
absolutely.
even Trackhawk and maybe some other guys. But Quentin he mentioned that he feels like he's so close. He's close do you feel that he is?
Very close. We, we're just a block or two away. I mean, and then there's just a cut or two away a couple
Right.
times. If we just cut the right instead of left or left instead of right, who knows? It something could have happened differently. But we're working real hard on that. Our guys are taking a lot of pride in that. They want to get him one so bad, and he really wants to get one for the unit because he knows how hard they've been working for him. So it's kind of playing with each other.
Definitely. So
you look at I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You look at last year when we had Utah at home at Folsom Field. Right. Like so many phases of the game clicked for us. LeJontay took one back. And this feels like the similar situation that if DJ McKinney gets a pick tomorrow and if Q for 6 takes a kickoff back, like we can really have a dominant performance like we had before with Iowa State when all three phases of the game finally came together.
Absolutely. It's just one of them situations where we're still growing. We're still trying to figure out who we are from last year because we do have some new pieces this year. And I think a lot of the kids are starting to understand their role and starting to let the game come to them rather than them come in here and try to be, Travis Hunter or try to be Shedeur Sanders or try to be LeJontay Wester or Jimmy Horn. Just be me. Yeah. Be me and play. And if you'll just play within yourself and let the plays come to you, you'll make the same kind of plays those guys make. You don't have to be them. Be who you are, and I think we're learning to do that.
Interesting. Love that.
This may be a specific question too, but like against Iowa State, you guys dealt with a team who struggled in the kicking game, right? And that really, affects a lot of things, right? It's a butterfly effect. We saw it in the Giants-Broncos game when you miss those extra points. What that means, Utah's kind of dealing with some struggles in the kicking game as well. Does that change your guys' approach at all when the other team is, prone to maybe giving up field position or points in that manner?
Well, I think it definitely gives you an opportunity to take advantage of those situations and to put an emphasis on, hey, guys, they've struggled in these areas. We need to take advantage of this. They're giving us opportunities. Let's work extra hard to take advantage of it and see if we can't make something happen because, as you know, when you have an explosive play in the kicking game, your chances of winning the football game increase tremendously. Statistics have just shown us that at all levels. So we're really trying to hone in on the weaknesses that we've seen. And you know what? We've really tried to fix the weaknesses that I know they've seen, So, it's just a deal where we need to go out there and be solid like we've been all year. And like I say, if the big play happens for us, it'll happen for us. And not try to make it happen. Just do our job and let's let what happens in terms of how the special teams operates.
That's one of the things, Jake, before Coach Pollock came on, we were talking about these nuanced changes that Coach Prime has been making along the way.
Right.
And you remember about 4 weeks ago, game-wise, the word accountability started getting stressed. Yeah. And what I love sitting there in these team meetings, man, you see a coach like Coach Pollock stand up and say, all right, guys, that one is on me. I won't put you in that position again. Now, this one is on you. This one, and it's a group accountability effort to fix things. And a lot of times the bosses blame the workers,
right.
Instead of saying, I got some ownership in this. Right. Coach, what has it meant to you, like as a coach, to have that from Coach Prime himself to you, that you guys, it's a room of accountability now?
Well, I tell you what, I been doing this a long time, since you're 34 for me. And I think any time that you can stand up in front of your team and say, hey, man, I made a mistake, and I'm going to take responsibility for my mistake, they earn respect for you. And then when you're starting to hold them accountable, they respond a lot better. Yeah. And so I think it's a great thing that we've got a coaching staff that is mature enough to do that because, some coaching staffs aren't. Some coaches, they're not willing to admit when they're wrong. They'll make an excuse. But, you have to tell the kids when you messed up. Yeah. And you have to tell the kids, hey, I'm going to do better. And you can't let it happen again, know. And that's just the nature of our business. But at the flip side, because you earned their respect by holding yourself accountable, by the relationship you've built with them through the off season, that's when you can get on to them and you can hold them accountable and they'll respect what you're saying. Because, like I say, we all make mistakes. We all don't do everything perfect. And when you don't, you just need to own up to it and move on.
Because there's a special nuance to when you present, Coach, I just love absolutely. The DC will do his thing in the OC, and when you go up, you not only show the guys what was supposed to happen schematically, you show them what would have happened had they done their job.
Right.
Say, hey, if you didn't go to 3 instead of going to 4.
Right.
Look where he goes with this.
Right.
And so I think that after you've been accountable and then they hear that, they're like, oh, my God, I left 6 points out there because I went the wrong way. And you just see them growing through the process.
Exactly. You know, I think that it's important for kids to see that you are trying to help them be better. You're trying to help show them the mistakes they made and what can be the result if they fix the mistake. And, you know, once you do that, then I think that they respond very well to that, and they try to, you know, they take ownership in the mistake they made. Yep. And you know something, I'm going to tell you something. When, you know, it's an old saying, but the camera don't lie. You know,
never has.
And you know, the thing that I heard before I came on here, y'all were talking about how we used to do the grades 1 through 5, and then we started doing the video, and it has been a tremendous help.
Yep.
Because, you know, you could telling a player, hey man, you were 1 or 2 plays away from being a 4 or a 5 yesterday, but then showing him. And he can't argue with you. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and it's in front of everybody.
Yeah, it is.
It's in front of everybody, and you know, the thing about it is one thing that I've noticed is that the effort at practice has increased since the video sessions have come around.
I agree.
Because nobody wants to be called out in front of all their peers for not giving the kind of effort
and Coach,
that it takes.
You just got a way that you just keep hitting that rewind button. And I can just feel the pain every time you do that.
I want to make sure there's no misunderstanding. You know what I mean? I can't express that enough. I want to make sure that you see what I see.
And everybody sees it.
And everybody sees it.
You can stop hitting the button now.
And when the boss man's sitting on the front row, he sees it, you know, and which he's already seen it. But still, when it's out there in front of everybody and you got a chance to say, hey, man, this is you. This is what you put on film. And, you know, I tell kids all the time, listen, you know, back when I played, it was on VCR tapes. Okay? So my kids, I could say whatever I want to say about how I played. I've got some VCR tapes stashed away that if they ever find them one day, they could maybe dispute some things I say. But I am who I've made up myself to be.
Absolutely. Mine looks about like the Bigfoot footage. Listen, it's real grainy.
Nowadays, your videos for life.
In HD.
Yes, sir.
In 4K.
Your grandchildren going to see you on YouTube. I mean,
with multiple angles.
Exactly. So you can't hide. And you sit there and you try to sit on that front porch one day and tell your kids how you were, and then they pull up some YouTube channel and they see,
what's this?
Hey, Pop, this was you? This you?
Coach, I'm just saying, the players didn't ask me now. I'm just saying, they didn't tell me to talk to you anything. But somewhere after hitting the rewind for the 5th time, like you done made your point.
I like to be thorough.
Yes, you are. Coach Pollock, man, we appreciate you stopping by. I know we got team meetings coming up.
Yes, sir.
You know, the door's always welcome to you and open to you, bro.
Hey, glad to be here. Always a pleasure to be here. You know, the only thing's missing is the Coors Light tonight.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if y'all. I don't know if because we in Utah, maybe. You know?
Maybe
because we in Utah.
They make it difficult out here.
You know, I mean, they do have a little reality show that would say they act otherwise. But anyway, thanks, guys. We'll see y'all.
One of my favorite Pollockisms is, come on, man, what are we doing?
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, let's take a quick break, and then we'll get Coach Schott on. Shout out to our friends over at Game Time, man. If you're out here in Utah and you're looking for tickets, you got to hit up our friends over at Game Time. The rest of the season, too. We got some home games coming up. We got some cool road games, too. Morgantown, I think, is the next road game.
Yeah,
is that
that's right? Yeah.
That'll be a lot of our first times out there. It'll be a good time. Avs season started up. Nuggets has started up. And, of course, the Broncos as they push into the NFL playoffs.
Dude, I was trying to check into my room, right, and the key wasn't working. And the key wasn't working because the 9 and the 4 look a lot alike with somebody's handwriting. So I was at 408 instead of 908. So I'm standing there waiting on my new key to come, and the guy's getting like hella close to me, right? And he's like, I think this is my room. And I said, no, I think it's my room. I'm waiting on my key. And so he put his on it, and I said, I guess it is your room. And he said, man, but I see you in a couple of weeks. And I was like, see me where? What? He said, I'm from West Virginia. Y'all come to Morgantown.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, man, y'all going to kill us.
They're down right now.
Yeah, they down bad.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, use promo code BUFFS, BUFFS. You'll get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code BUFFS, BUFFS for $20 off. Tap Ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it?
Game time.
And shout out to the Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers. It's October. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Which means that
Big
it
month.
is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. DNVR and the Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers are proud to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month, man. Most of us, if not all of us, know somebody who has faced it, who has been impacted by it, and it hits closer to home than we'd all probably like to admit. But the good news is that it is highly treatable when caught early. So here's a challenge to y'all, man. Ladies, if you're 40 and older, please schedule your screening. And fellas, check in with the woman you care about. Your mama, your sister, your best friend, your teammate, man.
Your baby's mama's mama.
All of them. Everybody, check in. Because a simple nudge could really make all the difference. And if you find you or a loved one does need treatment, RMCC is here to help. Rocky Mountain Cancer Center is the official sponsor of Denver sports fans. Head to RockyMountainCancerCenters.com to learn more. Shout out to Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers.
Hell yeah.
Man, you know, one of the beautiful things about, before we go to shot, I want to touch on the cancer thing real quick.
Yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
One of the beautiful things, man, when Coach Prime was going through what he went through, and I was talking to him about it, he was so not even focused on him. He was like, Neil, you know how many more people we're going to reach now?
Facts.
He said, because cancer impacts like everybody.
100%.
He said, right now, you know, I reaches people that's interested in football.
Yep.
You know, maybe interested in this level of football. He said, but after this, what I've been through, like the message is going to be worldwide now.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of worldwide, Sean Davis is worldwide.
Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate
What's
you.
up?
How you
What's
feeling?
up? What's
Good to
up,
see
man?
you.
It's about time we had you on, man.
I know, man. You know, I watch your show all the time. You know,
Hell yeah.
You know, I pass by you guys all the time when in the hotel. But
Yes, sir.
I guess now I made it to the big leagues.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming through, Coach.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about that, man. I mean, what's it been like coaching this wide receiver room? You got a ton of talent right now. You got a bunch of guys doing it in the NFL. What's that been like for you?
Oh man, it's been an enjoying process, man. It's been wonderful. Just speaking on last year, just watching those guys perform, and then now watching them on TV get opportunity to live out their dreams has been tremendous for us, and that's something good, and that's something that we instilled into this room that we have now, is showing those guys of, you know, trusting the process, right, and just showing those guys how those guys before trusted the process, and then what that leads to. And I think we got a really, really good group, as everybody should know by now. We have a really, really good group in the group that we have now.
Coach, what was it about your eyeball test, what these guys go through, who you recruited, whatever, how you package it? When you talk about last year, you probably lost about 80% of the production in your room.
Right, right.
And so the world is saying, no way CU is going to come back as wide receiver you again.
Oh, yeah.
And you that whole time were like, just like you knew it. What was it about this group coming behind that group that gave you that confidence that there's not going to be a drop-off in the wide receiver room?
Well, that's something that me and Coach Jay Phil actually spoke on after we looked at the past season, right, going into this season, what we wanted to do and how we wanted to mark this room. And one of the main things we said was we have to replace the production, right? We're not going to replace another Travis or Jimmy or LaJonte, but the production part of it, then that's what we really owned in, and that's why we went out and we got young guys like Quentin. And then we got another young one in Cornell X who is doing tremendous, right? And you guys will see a lot of him in his upcoming games too as well. And that's what we look for. And then we went to the transfer portal, getting some leadership and Sincere Brown, a senior, a veteran that's played it, had over 1,200 yards receiving last year. And we just wanted to replace the production in the room, which we feel that we have the ability to do, and we're showcasing it.
Follow up to that, Coach, before Scotty hops on there. You and Jay feel sometimes it ain't good cop, bad cop. It's bad cop, bad cop. Some days it's good cop, good cop. Then some days it's bad. How do y'all manage the egos in that room? Because there's only one ball on the field, man.
Oh, well, when you talk about me and Jay Phil, man, we go way back, right? And we call ourselves the dynamic duo. Every time me and Jay Phil work together, good things happen. Mm-hmm. And we're blessed to that. Thanks to God, man, just giving us that. And I tell people all the time, when it's me and Jay Phil, I feel like he's the receiver guru. And if you ever watch Karate Kid, he's Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
And I'm Daniel's son, right? Okay. And he's taught me a lot about the wide receiver position, and I feel like us two together, we get the most out of our players. And And that's just the thing, man. When you got relationships and then each other trusts each other, then we pour that into the room, and those guys just trust each other. They trust us first and foremost, and then they trust each other in that room, because we all need each other to be able to succeed, right? So they know, Sincere knows he needs those other guys in the room for him to have the year that he wants to have. And then the freshmen know they need those older guys to show them the way as well, so that when it's their time, they take full advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Coach, you touched on bringing in talent, and I think that's one of the strongest points of this coaching staff, just being able to identify talent, bringing in. I'm thinking like the transfer portal last year, bringing in LeJounte, bringing in Will. This year, bringing in JoJo, bringing in Sincere, and some other guys. What goes into that process of, identifying talent, identifying the traits that you're looking for, and finding guys that fit what you guys are looking to do?
Well, one of the main traits I look for is the hunger, right? I want guys that are hunger driven. Those guys, you can't just look at just on film, right? You have to actually get in front of those guys and sit right next to them and see what are they really doing this for. I really believe that if you're only doing this to make it, that's not good enough. Because when you get to the NFL, if that's your only thing, and I just want to make it, when you get there, you get comfortable. And I don't want you to get comfortable. So we preach hard on trusting the process and falling in love with the process. I want those guys that are in love with the process of, practicing day and night, watching film, those guys that have something to play for. And I feel like we have those guys in this room that are playing for something much more than just the ball.
Definitely.
I want to ask you about Joseph, Coach. I mean, it seems like he's really come on as of late. He had obviously the game-sealing catch last time you guys were out.
Big third down play.
And he's just really seeming to blossom, as the season progresses. What have you seen for him to kind of get that results as the season's gone on?
Maturity. I see he's maturing on the field, and he's actually learning the position, right? When you talk about Joseph played quarterback in high school. He played receiver for his first season at Tulsa, and this is his second year, so he's still learning the position, right? And that was one of the things that we see, that he's learning the ins and outs of how to be a true wide receiver, how to watch film, how to know what you're looking for, how the DB is playing them, and how can he attack that defender too as well. And those are some of the key things that he's actually learning. So he's maturing on the field as far as that aspect of understanding how I need to run this route, get in and out of breaks, and where I need to be for the quarterback to trust me.
Love that. And that is why, to y'all out there who've seen the movie Life, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, that is why I call Coach Rashad Hopping Bob.
Hopping Bob. I ain't
because
nice
Hopping
like
Bob
boss.
ain't nice like boss.
Oh, no. I ain't nice like boss.
He gonna tell you like it is. When it's your fault, he gonna let you know it's your fault. When it's his fault, like we talked about Coach Pollock, the accountability factor. Y'all mentioned JoJo. A few weeks ago, we had this team meeting, Coach, and Coach Prime says, hey, run this clip. JoJo, was that Jay Field's fault? Was that Rashad's fault? Whose fault was that? He was like, it was my fault.
Yeah.
And then the next game, what does he do? And so what I want to hear from you as a coach, how these guys in your room have embraced this accountability challenge, accepted it, learned from it, and grow for it, and more importantly, they translate it to the field.
Correct. So one of those things that, that's something, accountability is something that was new for a lot of guys coming in, just coming in and how we do things and how we hold you accountable. But we go back to the recruitment process. That's something that they said that they wanted, right? When I look at them and we're recruiting them, they told us that they want us to be honest with them. They want to be held accountable for their actions, and they want to go out there and have somebody behind them to push them, right? And not just tell them, oh, you're just doing good, you're looking good all the time, right? They want to know the truth, the real, raw truth about it. And those are some of the things that we did back in the recruitment process. But those guys have been taking on ownership very well as the years has gone on, because most importantly, when you do that, they have actually seen it on the field. They've seen how they progress and how they benefited from it on the field.
I'm just sitting here thinking about Life and Hopping Bob.
That's him, dog.
My dad always says a quote with how about like I ain't nice like boss.
Nice like boss, man. I ain't nice like
I'm gonna tell you another one. I call him. This one I call him behind their back. He finna hit us for the first time.
Okay.
Shad is Outlaw Immortals, and Jay Field is Tupac. What I mean by that, Neil? Sometimes they'll huddle up with the receivers, and Jay Field be like, "Man, I don't even know I'm on this track." gonna let my little homie get y'all.
I let my homie take it out for it.
And then Rashad just go in.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's hilarious.
Hey, it's love. It's all love, bro.
Yeah.
It comes from the heart, brother.
Coach,
Absolutely.
I know you always locked in your room, on your receiver room in particular, but I'm curious just how you've seen kind of Kaden develop, with this offense and kind of build a rapport with the guys in your receiver room.
Kaden has, made some tremendous steps, within the couple of weeks, man. Kaden holds a special place in my heart. I care about the kid a lot. The kid is very talented, man. The kid is talented and he's smart. He's a bright kid, and he's showing a lot of leadership now. I think it just took time for him to start getting comfortable, adapting to the culture here. Because like we tell our recruits, man, when you come to Colorado, it's bigger here. And it's not just about the stadiums and the lights and stuff. Our brand is bigger here.
Yeah.
Here at Colorado, everybody's watching. We don't have over 10 million views for nothing. Everybody's watching us. They want to see us win, and then you better be. You don't be surprised because most of them want to see you lose too.
For sure.
And those are the things. Just adapting to the culture here, and I think he's taking ownership of it. He's getting with the receivers more now after practice. He's getting them in the film room, and I think you guys will see more and more from Kaden.
I want to get your feedback on this shot because it's something I expressed earlier on the show. This one tonight here from Utah, but also in the past couple of weeks. The growth that I've seen QB1 have post-Houston through Iowa State, it seems to be equal to his accepting and believing and trusting that y'all believe in him.
Correct.
That Coach Prime believes in him.
Correct.
And you've really see that mushroom cloud or that bloom happen and like, oh, man, they really do have my back. They really do want the best for me. I'm not about to get yanked if I make a mistake or have to run sprints. Like they want me to succeed. Have you seen that as well?
Yes, yeah, most definitely. I've seen him, and it's just like I said, him getting more comfortable, right, and getting comfortable with the culture here and his surroundings now. And now he knows that we believe in him. Yeah, he knows that his receivers believe in him. He knows everything that is around him is in place for him to succeed. And I think with him knowing that. That is why we're getting the Kaden that we all expected, right? That's why we're getting those type of throws that he's making that are unbelievable, and the players are behind him. And I think he's actually feeling that, and he's embracing that love from the receiver room and also from the coaching staff, and it's showing.
Yeah, to that, I thought he had a phenomenal week of practice this week, and it's hard for the quarterback to have a great week of practice and the receiver's not. You got to throw to somebody. That's one I got from Jay Field. I talked with his quarterback Andre Ware won the Heisman. Oh yeah, and Jay Field tell you he had to throw to somebody. Like he just get it on his own.
He ain't throwing it to himself.
What did you see out of your group this week, or even the week and a half with the bye week, preparing for this road trip to Utah?
I'm gonna say this word one more time: maturity. You're gonna see some in this game. You're gonna see some guys step up this game that you probably didn't think was gonna step up. And these guys, they took it head on. I mean, I have even the young guys, right? The freshmen, they come up with me every day after practice this week. They're getting extra film work in, they're getting extra catches in, and things like that. And I know Buff Nation probably knows about our standard, right? And our standard is you have to watch a certain amount of hours of film, right, to even be able to play and travel. Yeah, those numbers have exceeded at least 2 to 3 times the requirement number.
Amazing.
That's big because it used to be a fight to just get the minimum.
It used to be a fight to get the minimum. But now it's a fight of like, man, what are you guys doing? You got to get some sleep. Yeah. These guys have really taken ownership and knowing their opponent. I think we know our opponent that we have, which is a great opponent tomorrow, and I think they're going to be ready for the challenge.
Love that, Coach. Last one for me. I know you've been out on the trail recruiting and all that. Just how excited are you for the future of this program?
Oh, the future's bright, man. The future's bright. If you're a Buff Nation, alum or a fan, you're going to be proud. We're gonna put together a winning football program and a winning team. Like I said, last year they set the foundation. Yep. The foundation has been set now. Now we're stacking and we're building brick by brick on top of it, and we're almost there. And the things that we're going to do in the recruitment process, you're going to be happy with.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, Coach. Man, it's been Coach Sherrod Davis with us on
don't be a stranger,
DNVR
Coach.
pregame show.
Man,
you see him in the street.
Long time coming, for real.
Whenever y'all want me, man, I'm here. You know,
Anytime, man. When you see him in the street, call him Hoppin' Bob, call him Outlaw Immortals, call him Coach Sherrod, but just call him because it's our guy.
Hey, that's
Appreciate
it,
you, man.
Appreciate
you,
Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Good luck tomorrow.
Man, how do you hear that and not be excited? I saw you trying to change your prime player picks, too.
I never. No, I would never.
Honestly, he said something.
I thought about it, though.
He said something too. I'm like, I think I might want to change something.
I thought about it.
That was awesome. Shout out Coach Sean. Long overdue.
For sure. I've been wanting to get Coach on for a minute because I know he got gems.
Yes.
And we just
and to that, man, the DNVR partnership, we got to make sure that we take some ownership in that, because one thing about this coaching staff, the young coaches, as they're called in the building, they have their fingerprints all over this team.
Oh, yeah.
And so whether it's the younger guys on the O-line or the D-line or with the secondary, hearing what they bring to this team, like Rashad Davis is going to have a wide receiver room of his own.
Himself.
If not a lot more.
Yeah, so
yes.
Like that, his path is laid out before him because he is a great damn coach. And we got to, like I said, I'm challenging us, man. We got to do a better job in making sure we highlight the younger coaches on the staff.
Absolutely.
Because they bring it, man.
They really
Yes, sir.
do. They really
Totally.
do.
And they not nice like boss.
That's literally like probably top 5 movies for me, life.
Yeah.
All time.
He ain't nice like boss.
Shout out to Coach Shad too, saying that he watches the show every now and then too. That's awesome.
Honestly, bro, shout out to his mom, because we always used to pass her by going into the facility at home pregame shows, and she watches the show, and she always gets so excited when we walk in. So shout out to Mama Davis too. I know she's probably watching.
Hell yeah.
All right, it's time for Prime Players.
Uh-oh.
Presented by our friends over at Taco Bell. We're going to see who knows Bell with our Prime Players predictions. Scotty did really, really well last time out against Iowa State.
Yeah, I kind of cooked. I kind of cooked on that one.
In the heat of controversy, you don't miss.
No, for real. I kind of cooked on that one. Yeah, let us know if you know Bell out there. Drop in the comments in the chat right now who your offensive player of the game, defensive player, and your sleeper, a.k.a. your dark horse. Let us know if you know Bell.
All right, who wants to start us off on offense this week?
I'll go.
Okay.
I kind of want to change it because I went with an older guy. but I was going with some leadership, some experience. I'm going with height, and I'm going with speed. I'm looking for Sincere to have a big day tomorrow.
I would love that.
He's due.
I think that we have some opportunities with this defense that's going to be presented by Utah that we can take some challenges downfield.
Yeah.
And with his height, with his speed, it's not a 50-50 ball with him. It's 70-30.
No, it's not.
And so I think I want to see us do that with him. And I heard Coach Shad say, we're going to be surprised with some of the younger guys. And I was like, damn. But I'm holding what I got. I'm going to Sincere Brown, offensive player.
Love it.
For real. I'm also in. I guess I can't even
No,
really
you're
say
not in the room
receiver room anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going with Draylon Miller, man. Missed the Iowa State game, but the week before that when we saw him, he was really dominant against BYU and kind of that wildcat running back / role. Last time he played this team from Utah, we know what he did. 6 catches, 108 yards, career high, absolute breakout, the touchdown included. Honestly, Draylon Miller just might be made to play against teams from the state of Utah again. Dominated BYU, dominated Utah last time he saw him. I think Draylon Miller finds the end zone again tomorrow night, and maybe a couple different ways.
Dude, and just having Shad sitting there, man, Coach Shad, you just think about, you lose Draylon and Cam, and you don't lose anything.
That's insane.
And Hakeem.
Yeah, how deep that room is.
Yeah.
That they move over to running back and wildcat kind of stuff,
sure.
and you're still got all kinds of depth and
It's
talent
crazy.
remaining.
Totally, man.
100%.
I went with Dallin Hayden.
Love that.
He's been performing as their best running back so far, and I thought maybe if Simeon came back, it might, upset not upset, but muddy the waters a bit in terms of who gets touches, and maybe who gets a rhythm. But I think Dallin's really run strong the last couple times out, and I think he's got a real opportunity. Again, he could probably have 10-plus carries himself. We could have multiple guys with 10-plus carries on this football team in this game.
Yes.
And with how aggressive Utah's defense is, just coming downhill in almost any situation, the seas can just part. And he's got the speed to just take it all the way. So I'm going to pick Dallin Hayden.
Dude, I'm no BS, man. I literally, in my mind, flipped a coin between Sincere and Dallin Hayden because I have the same expectation that he's going to make the most of his carries that he gets. And, it's still going to be to some degree, running back by committee out there. And so you're wishing everybody well.
Right.
But I love the running style that Dallin is now presenting.
Yes, totally. Defense.
I'll go.
Oh, wait, hold on. RK picked Kaden Salter. Obviously, we've talked at length about it this week. It's going to be a big game for him on the ground and through the air as well. Coach Whittingham had the comment about running quarterbacks and the challenge that Kaden's going to present.
Quarterback run is top of the list of things that we need to be concerned about. Coach Whittingham.
So RK went with Kaden Salter.
It's only
right. And after this one, RK, we're going to start putting Kaden in the Shadur category. You got to stop picking Kaden.
I agree.
We might have to start doing this with my pick for defensive player of the game.
All right.
Yep.
I'm going with Tawfiq Byard.
No, it's not a mic. After this one.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Understood. Because I didn't even consider him in mind.
No, I was like, it's Captain Obvious.
I was like, ain't nobody picking Tawfiq. Let me see if I can sneak one in here. This is the heart and soul of this Colorado defense. One of the very best players on the team. His game-changing interception against Iowa State was the play of the game with the cast on his hand. Tawfiq Byard, I think, is going to be all over the field again tomorrow night, and especially with the quarterback run for Utah being a big part of what they do, I think Tawfiq Byard is going to be a big reason why Colorado's defense kind of stymies that a little bit. So give me Tawfiq Byard for double-digit tackles and maybe another takeaway.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot dispute that. Want that to happen. And he's one of those guys that he needs to understand when he watches this that when we don't pick him, it's because he's the given to us. Like it is expected.
Yeah.
I'm going to move up a level toward the line of scrimmage with my pick. I'm going linebacker and going Reggie Hughes.
Love it.
Because I think the preparation for making these open field tackles, these solo tackles where it's you, that man in grass, and it's 20 yards behind you, empty if you don't make it.
Yeah.
So it's got to happen. And I believe our linebackers and the drills and the things they worked on this week under Coach Hart in conjunction with the running backs giving them looks, I'm going to go with Reggie Hughes for my defensive player of the game.
Reggie.
RK went with the other one, Jeremiah Brown. He's played really well recently and has really caught fire. He's led the team in tackles a couple times, and you're going to need just what you said, basically. You're going to need these linebackers to have a massive game. If both of them are near 10-plus tackles, I think that you have a pretty good chance of winning this football game.
You win.
Shout out JB, also one of the guys who was on this team when they came here 2 years ago. You know he's got to have a bad taste in his mouth from that. I went another level up. I took Amari McNeil. This team has great.
We're playing the Tampa 2 here, man.
No, for real. We got to hold this up.
This team has great offensive tackles in Utah. And when we talk to Josh Furlong and Know Your Enemy, and it's apparent on film, too, with how they try and protect, the interior offensive line it's not even close to the outside or the level of those guys on the outside at tackle. So that's where a lot of the pressure comes from. And if guys are winning one-on-one, you're going to be able to wreck some plays and put Utah behind the chains and really get them in bad spots. So I'm gonna call on Amari McNeil to have a big game. Get back there, get a couple TFLs, maybe a sack, and let's flip this game.
I love that, Jake,
in the trenches.
because you picked a guy that can literally be the reason it's 3rd and 15 instead of 3rd and 3.
Yep.
And we got to get Utah in more 3rd 10+ than we are 3rd and shorts because they're too good on 3rd down as it is. And so if we can make 3rd down longer for them because we're wreaking havoc on 1 and 2. I love your pick, man.
That's a great point. And in my preview today that I just published, look what I had here as one of my keys of the game. Force Devin Dampier or Bird Ficklin into third and long.
You know ball.
This Utah offense is the best in the Big 12 on 3rd down conversion.
Yes.
And part of that is because it's a lot of 3rd and short where they can run it on 3rd down. If you can get, again, a hobbled, hampered Devin Dampier or a true freshman quarterback into 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8+, it's going to put you in a good spot defensively.
Not only is 3rd and 1 just one damn yard.
Yeah. You got 2 tries to do it, too.
The whole playbook is open. Exactly. And you got 2 tries.
Exactly.
There's certain shit that you're just not going to call on 3rd and 18.
For sure.
All right? So I'm limiting your playbook. If I continue to allow you to be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, not only is your playbook wide open, you're going to go for it on 4th down, too.
100%.
And you're going to extend drive. So I love your pick, Jake, for that reason.
Hell yeah.
Darkhorse, I'm fighting a sneeze right now, so someone please
Don't
talk.
fight it, man, because he wants to smell it.
You know what? My sleeper.
You let that sneeze go.
Coach Shad made me feel a little bit better about it because he's talking about the young guys and maybe some guys we aren't expecting who could maybe pop out. And for my sleeper, I went with Cam Michael, somebody who we saw for the first time take offensive snaps in that Iowa State game. I think that was just the beginning, them just getting his feet wet, whether it be as a receiver, as a running back, as a dual threat kind of wildcat option or whatever. I don't know how it's going to look, but I think Cam Michael is going to really impact this game. And again, like we talked about earlier this week, the podium don't lie.
The
Podium
talks, man.
Cam Michael was up there talking to us at the podium this week, and this coaching staff don't play about who they put in front of the media to represent the team and talk for the team. So I think Cam Michael could be on the verge of a breakout here. So he's my pick for sleeper.
I love that pick, man, and I love what I've seen in practice. And I think you're going to love it, Scotty and Jake, as you look, from the press box view and get to see, some pre-snap motion stuff and some different looks in the backfield.
He's perfect for this.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see some of that this week.
Oh, that's amazing.
Let's go.
Go ahead, Unc.
Did you sneeze, bro?
No,
swallow it?
Well, because he made me laugh, and he just
before he asked the question, he took a deep breath.
Just went away.
No, he made me laugh.
Bro just inhaled his sneeze.
My sleeper is kind of like tongue in cheek, but it's also serious business.
It's facts.
It's facts, and it's based on our last trip here.
Yeah.
I picked the refs as my sleeper, man. As I was sharing with Scotty before we went on air, like we literally had 2 scores taken off the scoreboard. Like I'm not talking about a call and you thought you scored. No.
Terrible.
The scoreboard had changed. The band is playing. Chip is running around, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh no, we just playing. Take that off. Twice,
not once. Twice.
Coach Prime, when he gets to the stadium, to the city where we're playing, loves to take the team by the stadium for us to walk through, see the locker room, all that kind of stuff. And I was on the field when Staub walked out, and I started yelling, "Staub was robbed!" Because this is where Staub was robbed, man. I just think, I'm not being critical of officials. I know they got a job doing the best. It's a tough job, but that was
missed calls.
That pack crew that day was some bad calls, and so I put refs as my sleeper, man.
It's hilarious and very appropriate and accurate, honestly.
Totally. I went with Ben Finiseth.
Love that.
Scotty explained Tawfiq Bayard, and I think kind of to your point on Sincere Brown, I think Ben's been a little quiet recently. He's been playing well, but it's time. He's due for some impact plays. And it's really been since that Delaware game, that crazy play where him and JB are chasing the guy down and get the strip fumble. Let's see Ben get a punch out. Punch that thing out. Because they're going to run the ball, and I think he's going to bring a physical edge. Him and Tawfiq are going to be screaming downhill. And in the case that maybe a run does break or something.
Last line of defense.
I'm going to bet on Ben Finiseth, though, to kind of give it all on chasing him down and trying to get that ball out. So,
man, I love that pick, and it's almost a mirror image of we're talking about the confidence in Salter because of the confidence in the coaches. What Ben has been hearing, especially the past 3 weeks, is, guy, we believe in you. Believe in yourself like we believe in you. You're not out there because somebody is hurt. You're not out there because we're depleted. You're out there because you know the damn play and can execute it. Trust yourself and go for it.
Hell yeah.
RK went with Quentin Gibson. I mean, look, it's a matter of time.
If he scores, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. He's probably been the most picked player for Darkhorse all year.
Hell yeah.
If we get a score on special teams, it's a wrap.
I completely agree.
But I mean, you heard Coach Schott explain it. You heard Coach Pollock explain it.
I think Quinn was the first name that Coach Schott dropped today.
Yeah,
honestly.
So not a bad pick at all. And again, it's only a matter of time.
Truly is.
That is Prime Players presented by Taco Bell. Shout out to TB the Goats.
Let us know if you know Bell, chat.
Facts. All right. That's really it, man. That was fun.
What a show.
Great show.
From the team hotel.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Rick George who stopped by. He didn't come around on camera. 80 Rick George stopped by, waved at us, gave us a big shout out there. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to Coach Schott and Pollock for stopping by. Shout out to Buff Nation, everybody who's been checking in the hotel. Been giving us thumbs up. That's why you've been seeing us waving. Coach Falk walked by, was giving us shout out. So it's nothing but love in the building for the squad, man.
Shout out to FDP for killing it behind the camera.
Course.
Shout out to you, Unc, for
what I do.
Just being a dog, man. Just being the greatest.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
It's all good in the hood, man.
Yeah, man. We miss RK for sure, though. We'll have him on post game tomorrow, so you'll get to hear his thoughts post game tomorrow. We'll do post game live from the stadium, of course. Late game. Hang out with us after, though. We're going to be live pretty quickly after this one, actually. So you won't have to wait too long for this post-game show. And vibes are just high right now.
Truly.
The guys who came on, both Coach Schott and Coach Pollock, great vibes from them. I mean, I think we're all kind of feeling it already. We were already before we even got here. So
I'll end it where we started it. When I look at 2 years ago here, what we were able to accomplish, we didn't get to win.
Yeah.
What we did last year on our field, getting a dominant win, all three levels contributed.
Yeah.
Y'all can take that 13 points, polish it, shine it, twist it sideways, and stick it somewhere. Because I ain't buying into it.
Let's go.
I like our team, man.
Yes, sir. Me too. It's going to be a great game. Again, hang out with us late tomorrow. We'll see y'all then. Hit that like button on the way out. Skull Buffs, baby.
We all silly like the mayor.